Hello again, Raiders. And like many of you guys know, the CEO of Embark just confirmed that there is aggression based matchmaking. Now, they have some other parameters for matchmaking that they spoke upon, but they did confirm that pretty much the whole month of December has been their implementation of aggression based matchmaking. And I was kind of skeptical because most of my games feel mixed. But if I take a step back and I'm being honest to myself, like I play kind of mixed too. Like I sometimes shoot on sight and sometimes I'm friendly. It just depends on the situation. So my lobbies are a reflection of that. Now, I wanted to test this out. So in this video, I literally go in with the goal of doing 0 damage. 0 damage, no shooting, only looting. And in my first, clip here, I'm on Stellamonis, and I'm thinking Stellamonis is very PvP heavy, unlike my experience with Bluegate. So I'm going to test this out in Stellamonis and Dam too. I feel like there's a lot of PvP on Dam. And so I go in, this is my first raid. It's a free kit. I find some stuff laying around. I announce myself everywhere I go. I'm using the emotes or I'll talk in game. And sure enough, this guy sees me, probably a free kit, a Pharaoh, and he's just shooting me as soon as he can see me. And I'm not fighting back. I'm not doing anything. My goal is to do 0 damage. And, he gets the W on me. But this is kind of what I expected. I expected people to be shooting me, but my goal is to do 0 damage to raiders. And I figured, for the first, I don't know, 5 raids or something, or I don't know what the number is. I figured people are just going to kill me and I'm not going to be able to fight back just for testing purposes. So I go in to Dam. This is probably my second or third raid. I don't really know. I just have clips of various things. Sometimes I went in to other maps and just didn't run into anybody, so I didn't really share that. So I believe this is probably my third or fourth raid. And, I see this guy, I hear him kill somebody. I'm talking to him like, hey, congrats on your kill, bro, And then he finds me and he just murders me. And, once again, this is kind of what I expected by not fighting back and not presenting a threat, that some people are just going to shoot you on sight. But then after about 4 raids, maybe 4 or 5 raids, I loot Stellamontis. I don't run into anybody. At the extract, I see 2 people coming down to the extract, and I announce myself with emotes. I start talking in game. At least I thought I saw 2 people. There's 2 people talking. And so I say, hey, let's extract together. And, we see each other and, it is what it is. We're out safely. No problem. And so this is when the tides turn. It's about the 4th or 5th raid. I'm doing 0 damage in all these raids. Now I come back into Stellamonis, which I think is pretty PvP heavy. This guy approaches me after I announce myself. And he's like, hey, what's going on, man? And he just drops me a blueprint for the deadline mine. I was like, oh, cool. So I chat with him, he's asking me, what am I doing? Do I need anything? This guy is trying to help me out. Totally different player than the first 4 or 5 raids I've played. And mind you, I'm still doing 0 damage. I'm killing Arc. I'm looting. I'm not doing any shooting. And I'm going in with free kit every time. And so from what I'm thinking, I was like, okay, things are changing. I'm talking to this guy, and then another guy comes up. He's like, hey, what's going on, you guys? What are you doing? We fighting? And he's pretty cool. He announces himself like I've been doing. And we just come in and we do some more looting, and we decide, let's go kill this bastion. One of the dudes needs a bastion, cell. So we all run over there. We're sprinting through the map. I find a bunch of blueprints in a drawer, and, I'm asking, hey, you guys need this? So we run over to the bastion. And sure enough, there's people over there fighting the bastion, and we're talking to them. And so there's another group of people who have grouped up. Now, these people are all friendly. And so I thought it was a good idea. I don't want to do any damage to people, so I didn't risk shooting. So I run up and hit this. This guy damages me on accident, and then, I die. Whatever. No big deal. A free kit. I told the guy, hey, anybody got a defib? I got that blueprint you gave me. Anybody want it? Take my stuff. And everyone's pretty cool. Everyone's just trying to take this bastion. And there's a lot more people here working together than I thought. So this is probably my 5th or 6th raid. And I have been doing 0 damage, just taking the L, getting shot, dying. But now I'm in a raid where everyone seems to be working together and not shooting each other. And people are coming up to me, oh, sorry, I don't have a defib, bro. Has anybody got a defib? And eventually, spoiler, I just die here. But I am mostly a PvP player in solo, duos, and trios. Like I rarely go into a raid and do zero damage. If I'm doing zero damage, it's because I really didn't run into anybody. Or, I ran into somebody and they were friendly, they announced themselves and we're just cool, I'm gonna let it be what it is. But so we're just sitting here and eventually, more people converge here and nobody's ratting, nobody's shooting. And so, okay, this confirms it for me. Now I can go into these raids and most of the players are going to be super friendly. They're going to be helping me out. They're going to be willing to work together, and they're going to be less inclined to PvP. So the goal of these tests was to really see how this system works, how effective it is, and how many raids it's going to take before all my raids are just super friendly friend simulators. And after I think it was about 5 or 6 raids of doing literally zero damage, I after the one I just showed you, I went in again, got very looted with the free kit on things that I found in drawers. And I went to the extract, announced myself, just made it known that I'm coming. Hey, let's extract together. And sure enough, I see this guy. He's cool. He's not trying to fight. He's not hostile at all. And we go in, and there's even more people on the other side. And I think we extract. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 people here. We're all extracting together. Nobody's trying to kill each other. Okay, this is great news. And throughout the raids, it was basically the same thing every raid after every raid. I went into Seed Vault once again, announced myself when I heard someone coming. And this guy was super cool once again, as I expected. He wants to just loot here. I told him what I'm doing, what I'm looking for, and he told me what he's doing, what he's looking for. I show myself, I'm not hostile. I'm gonna go over here, you go over there, it's all good, do your thing, see you later. And then I run into someone else at the extract. But the whole point of this was to see how many raids is it gonna take from someone who's mostly PvP, and the answer is like 5 or 6. So now that I know it takes 5 or 6 raids, there's some different type of testing I want to do. And now I'm going to go in with a different loadout for a different reason.